5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
I've decided I hate Sky. They are showing a game when we beat Newcastle 5-0. Do you remember that? I mean, 5 goals in a game.
Yeah, mate. Those were the days. The only problem nowadays is that we're more likely to be Newcastle scoring the 5 goals.
Yeah, exactly. But good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, good day, goodbye, hello, wherever you are in the world. As I always say, one of those will apply to you. This is LTID TV from Leicester Till I Die. Thank you for joining us live. Do join in the chat, but obviously no spoilers once we get going with the game. Good evening, Tom. It's a bit like eat, sleep, play like shit, repeat.
Yeah, I should have worn that T-shirt, Chris, didn't I? It's still in the what I call the Amy Winehouse Back in Black era, as we are right now for Leicester City. I appreciate your rosy effort with the orange today, trying to bring a bit of sunshine up from Poole up to Leicester, mate, which is what we need right now. So congratulations to you. But yeah, difficult times, mate, isn't it? And it's hard to motivate yourself to go to work when you know it's going to be a bad day.
Totally. I mean, they're just showing the Great Escape. Well, they've just gone up, but they were showing the Great Escape season. I mean, I wish we had some of those players now. I mean, it's absolutely. I just give up. I really do. Look, I just got to say, I mean, Southampton are gone, and we have been linked with this guy.
Yes, I heard.
What the fuck?
Well,
I mean, we want somebody that's going to bring us up. It's like appointing Farker on a 3-year contract because you know we'll possibly get you up, but you know we'll bring you straight back down again.
Well, that's it, mate. And Southampton's a great one to compare to today, isn't it? Because Southampton literally are the Leicester City of, Southampton. You know, we're exactly the same. Our stories are the same. But they've made a decision today because they knew going into next season, the atmosphere wasn't right. The fans weren't on board. Time to make a change. And I said to you earlier, didn't I, mate? Can I see us doing this? Probably not. So ironically, mate, I'm a little bit excited to hear someone being linked, and that means they're considering it maybe. But I do agree with you. Some of the names being linked aren't as inspiring as we probably hope, eh?
No, well, we will discuss that in more detail tomorrow night at 7 o'clock when we talk managers. Look, King Power bought us in August 2010. Do you know how many managers we've had since then?
If I was to hazard a guess, I would guess we'd be getting close to 10 now, mate. Maybe 11.
To be honest with you, mate, you should have put a bet on it. 11.
11, yeah.
We've had
about
11
that.
managers. Do you know that is a new manager? Never anybody say I waste my afternoons here, but that is a new manager every 5,390 days. A new manager every 177 months or 1.34 years. I mean, you take your choice. I mean, people say, well, we don't want to be like Watford. I mean, in fairness, Watford have had 22 managers in that time. So let's not, but I have to say, Man United have had 8.
Yeah.
Chelsea have had 14.
Cool.
Liverpool 5, Arsenal 3. Just a few there to throw in. So, we'll be looking at some of those, and we'll all, you sent me a video through to play tomorrow. Thank you very much, as to who it could be. But at the moment, this guy's in charge. Don't worry about, we're going to turn into a Watford. We're already a fucking Watford.
We are.
Just get rid of him. I mean, I put this out earlier. There's news that 5 youngsters were included in training. I say bullshit.
I do as well, Chris, because that's not what you were saying 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, you were saying we've got a set process for them to follow in the reserve team right now, so we're not going to interfere with that. So what has changed from 2 weeks ago to now be interfering with that? That's what I don't get, mate. It's very disingenuous and very week on week. He's trying different things. I'm wondering why nothing's sticking.
Yeah, but do you think? I mean, somebody did say quite often the youngsters will just train with the adults. But look, we've got Monga on the pitch, on the bench. I mean, sorry. Well, it's one. Wow. Will he see any game time tonight? Possibly coming on in the 89th minute. But I tell you what, let's get Kate's version on it, shall we?
Great idea.
Right, another day, another Leicester match. And yet again, the same starting 11. I'm really disappointed. It's coming to the point now where I know it's kind of a foregone conclusion that we're not going to make the league next year. We're not going to stay up. But Ruud still has a responsibility to put his best team out and try different things, because we will have a lot of these players next year. And I just feel there's some negligence on his part. And I don't think there's an enormous amount of professionalism that's going into this, to be honest. I think having Monga is just a token gesture. I don't really see how Monga's going to fit in with that starting 11 formation. And it's just lacking any kind of appetite or hunger or thought, really, this week as to what Ruud's thought about with regards to putting the team together. So, yeah, really disappointed. I don't think we're going to score again. I'm expecting 2-0 Newcastle.
Well, she's not happy. Thank you very much for doing that, Kate. Hang on, something's not coming up here. There we go. Yeah, she's not happy. I've got to say, yeah, it is just a token gesture to try and keep the fans quiet.
I think that's right, Chris. Yeah, Joel worries me about it. Remember when Riyad Mahrez tried to escape? I got visions of him getting subbed on and just running straight down the pitch out of an emergency escape and getting in a taxi to Manchester. Because if I was him right now at this basket case of a football club, I might consider doing the same thing. We've heard about Riyad Mahrez running away from St Mirren on a bicycle when he had to once.
Yes.
So I completely agree. It is a token gesture. I mean, if he came on and actually scored a couple of goals, it would actually look really damaging to Ruud now. Bear in mind he waited so long. So I don't think
that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does Ruud not put him on to save his own blushes?
I think that's exactly it, mate. Exactly it. And once again, you go back to just the starting 11. And I'm at that point where we're like, right, we might as well go for another cycle of this. Dak has done nothing alongside Vardy for the last few games. You might want to chuck in Declan Over-Reed, who's actually got a goal this season when you need a goal. I mean, so yeah, it's just difficult.
I go as far as let's put in Edouard.
Well, yeah, me too, mate. I'd happily see Edouard in there. So I'd actually be like, at least this is going to be different. It might be worse. I'm not saying it's going to be better, but at least we're not sure what we're going to get. I wouldn't mind seeing Ricardo in there, maybe, mate, as well. I mean, indeed, Soumare haven't been great. Ricardo's lacking a bit of pace, but he can still tackle. Maybe chuck him in the midfield role.
Well, he's on the bench, but yeah, there's a couple on the bench that I would have liked to have seen. But look, here we go. Southampton, they have gone down with 10 points. So they're only one off the Derby record. And to be honest with you, changing the manager might just give them a chance to beat that Derby record. And let's not forget, they have got us coming up.
It's going to be interesting because they might be well ahead of us then, Chris, in their progress, mightn't they? Which would be even more worrying for us.
Yes. I mean, you look at the three going down there, which are, let's be honest with you, they're almost certainly going to be Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton. Ipswich, I think, are very much set for life back in the Championship. They've got the same team, the management team that they had down there before. They've got them 2 promotions. And, of course, the players they bought were Championship players. Not like we had a Championship, or a player that was only described as a Championship striker goes to a Championship club and then they may get promoted to the Premier League. I mean, that would never happen, would it? No. But, I was listening to the radio earlier and they were saying sort of, how bad Southampton are. All right, they've conceded 74 goals. We've conceded 67.
Exactly.
We're not that far off them. You know?
No, we were joking, mate. It's become a race to the bottom with this one. And also, like, for all the records Southampton could break, Leicester today could break 2 or 3 in their own right we've never broke before. Like, I think this will be the most losses at home we've had in the entire season in our history if we lose to them. I mean, that is a damning stat, isn't it? And I mean, we're already hearing rumours that a lot of people might not go tonight. We might see half an empty stadium.
I hope so, because that's the way. And I think, you know, when you say to any club, like say Manchester United, you know, if all the season ticket holders said, well, we're not going to turn up tonight, that there would be enough fans say, oh, I could get a ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, we're not Manchester United, but it is the only way to sort of say to these clubs is to hit them in the pocket.
I totally agree. And the problem is, Chris, I think the fans have given the club enough time now over the course of this season to at least show some signs of encouragement. I don't think there's any Leicester fans who wouldn't have gone tonight if we were facing a relegation, but we were in a fight. I think everyone would have turned up and everyone would have been loud. So I think the fans have more than done their bit this season. And credit to everyone going tonight. But there needs to be a point when the board and the owners go, we need to change something about this, like you're saying. Well, but more on that with the show tomorrow, perhaps.
Yeah, well, yes, who knows? I mean, I'm going to say as well tomorrow, I'm hoping to do a chart of where we were position and points-wise when we sacked every manager.
Interesting.
That will be interesting. Like I say, I have a lot of free time during the day.
The only thing I will say is, mate, I've got a very strong theory on this. I'm sure everyone will agree with tomorrow, and that is that we've had obviously a stable manager for X amount of time, and normally that's because the manager's been so good, the board hasn't had to intervene. That's what we've noticed. As soon as the board has to get involved, it seems we'd be sacking people left, right, and centre.
I know. Kate looks exactly how we all feel, absolutely pissed off. Rude the clown, get him out ASAP. The problem with Mongo is he only trains 2 days a week. With the Easter holidays, he can train 5 days a week, so he could get 15 minutes off the bench. Not going to happen. You watch, he will. He'll come on in the 30th or something. Hi from Maple Valley. WA. Which WA? Is that Washington?
Wisconsin, isn't it?
Wisconsin, is it?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe no, it's Washington. It is right. I do apologise, Shane. That WA is Washington. I get confused being a Brit between the city and the state. I'm so sorry.
Well, to be honest with you, I get totally confused because they're not all obvious, are they? But
so Shane, it must be quite early where you are because you're West Coast, aren't you? So that must be quite early over there, Chris. Yeah.
I would imagine, or late, one way or the other. Ronald's in. Hello, Chris. Believe it or not, 2-2. Don't laugh. Yeah, I am laughing. Vicky Vixen says, wonder what tonight's loss is. We haven't really got much to say about this because it's exactly the same as it was last week, the week before, and the week before that. When, you know, he decides to change it and finds it still doesn't work. But, well, you know, I'm going to stick with this one that doesn't work because I've stuck a long time with the other one that didn't work.
Yeah, and the thing that gets me, Chris, is that the formation could still have some potential if you tried out a few more personnel, perhaps. Like the obvious one out of there would be Bonotti in for El Canoes. You know, that's one immediate little shift you could make, and maybe that'll bring a bit more energy. I still entertain the idea of Daka being dropped for Decordova-Reid, just because he might link up well with Vardy, perhaps. Mavididi, maybe. I'm at the point now, maybe want to see a bit more Mavididi as well. So, yeah, it's getting a bit frustrating seeing people like Sumari and FaZe and all these names we have become very, very frustrated with in the past season, let alone the last few weeks.
You know my thoughts on Wout FaZe. I don't think I need to go there. Anybody that watches it...
Did you see his interview? Because if you saw his interview, I thought you'd be fuming.
I haven't, no. What was it? What interview was that?
He just did one with the Leicester City official site, mate, and it was just very much one of those standard interviews where you go, he doesn't mean a word of this, because if he did, the performances will be better.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, looking at that, I mean, we've got a back five. So do we need 2 defensive midfielders? I don't think we do. I would drop Sumare, leaving Ndidi in there. And I've got to say, I'd bring on Buonette instead of Sumare and have him playing with El Canoes.
Yeah, right now I wouldn't disagree with that because I think it would shift some of that attention into the more attacking area of the pitch, mate. And sometimes you've got to be brave. I mean, the thing that frustrated me last game, like I said, was how every time we lost the ball, we were like, right, let's get back and get organised. But there was no desire, apart from that getting organised, to do anything once you got past that point. And then we were just repeating this cycle of coming under constant pressure and eventually you fold. And if we see that again tonight, mate, I mean, I don't know what to say anymore at that point.
I'm going to be controversial here because you know me, I like to be. I wouldn't actually be playing Vardy. Really see what I would do is Daka. Look, I kind of get it because he's still got the speed, so I kind of get it. He is pushed out onto the wing a bit. It is very much, although we're saying two up front, it isn't. You've got El Khanous one side and Daka the other. He isn't a winger. We did this with Ahmed Musa.
Yes, we did.
He got 3 against Barcelona in this stupid Champions Cup, whatever it was. Then we stuck him on the wing, and he never scored again. And not surprised, I mean, that's what Gary Lineker famously, with Johan Cruyff was manager of Barcelona. Johan Cruyff for a season played him on the wing, and it was his worst season for goals, and he absolutely hated it.
Yeah, a lot of times managers get trapped in, they've got pace, they can go on the wing sort of settings, don't they? But that's not true at all. I mean, Daka actually is a great comparison with Musa because Daka is heading to Musa levels of like how bad he has ended up being, except over a much more longer extended period. And both very similar players, Chris, and neither one of them we've really set up to play for.
And to be honest with you, Daka at least has been given the chance. I don't believe Musa was given much of a chance.
No, I totally agree with that. And it's the same thing, mate, isn't it? If you're not going to play in the way which is going to fire the man through for a one-on-one to create these goal-scoring chances, you've got no chance, have you? And Daka's got no chance really in this formation, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I would definitely drop Vardy. I'm sorry. As much, look, I'm not going to go repeat it for everything he's done for the club, but he's past his best before date. He's past his sell-by date. He's gone mouldy. He should just be put in the bin and chucked out now. Please don't sign. You watch, you'll go and score a hat-trick tonight. Please don't sign another year because while you're doing that, you're keeping us the chance of getting somebody who, I mean, Vardy, even when he's got through, isn't scoring because he's gone past that level.
Jamie Vardy, yeah.
I'd have Daka out there, and I would put Mavididi in place of Vardy.
See, I think the more this goes on, Chris, the more I can find arguments for all of this. That's why I brought up Dacol over Reed, or maybe Ayew even, because Ayew has played in this position before as well. The Jamie Vardy one for me, mate, is the saddest tragedy almost beyond anything else because, like, I can tell he wants to do well, but like you say, when he's out of form and he's not been given opportunities to create regular chances this year, he's got rusty. Like you said, the rust has settled in as a consequence. So once again, we've been set up wrong the entire year. Now we're in such a mess. The players can't really do a lot either. And half of them don't want to either, which is even worse.
Yes, yeah. I just think, you could put, and hi Doug, put Mo Salah, up front. We wouldn't score any goals because we wouldn't get the ball to him.
No.
And that's the problem. We've got 2 up front. We could have fucking 5 up front and we still wouldn't, get the ball to them. Happy birthday to young Nathan, Doug. 18 months today. Nice one. Shane says it's 11:42 a.m. I'm listening from work. You're allowed to. So is this the team on Easter Sunday versus Liverpool? It probably will be. Vicky Vixen, I think we should play more forward instead of kicking backwards. I think we all.
Would you like the manager's job, Vicky? You're superb. We'll have you in.
Yeah, exactly. That's just one thing, and that's one thing is better than anything Rude ever says. Hi, Mike. How are you doing? And Jay, I'd also like to see a bit more Mavididi and Buenete in the starting line, given the position we're already in. What we've got to fucking lose? Rude, what the point? What have we got to fucking lose? This is why I wanted Rude out during this international break, because we are down, and we were down at that point, basically, apart from Wolves, collapsing and getting 50 points deducted on PSR rules. So it's never going to happen. So I wanted somebody to come in that would look at that team and say, right, look, you lot have been fucking shit for how long? I know what you're like. Let me put everybody else in, see what they're like, and be ready for next season. Vardy, I'm sorry, mate. It's not always your fault because you're not always getting the service. Mavididi, just put him with Daka and just say to Mavididi, fucking go where you want. Yeah. Just go out there and just scare them, but just confuse them. Yeah. You're the main man. It's like Paul Gascoigne and all these sort of players, Glenn Hoddle, just go wherever you feel you want to and just cause havoc.
Joe's frightening to me, Chris. I was going to say, imagine this great escape team with Ruud van Nistelrooy in charge, the one from 15-16 or 14-15. I think Mahrez wouldn't be running forward, wouldn't be going into space, wouldn't be creating anything. We'd have got relegated.
Yeah.
It should affect the manager. But sorry, I interrupted you. I do apologise.
No. Always feel free to interrupt. Mike, who's a United stroke Newport fan, El Canusi, your best player. Yes, he is. Vicky Vixen, well, as we all sod all, we have nothing to lose. Yeah, exactly.
You think the players would think like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Hi, Craig. Hi, Grandpa. Why don't we just go for it? Thank you very much. Yes, I became a grandpa yesterday. I was at a wedding yesterday as well, my niece's wedding, and my son didn't give birth. That would be a bit. These days, you don't know, do you? But my daughter-in-law gave birth.
Mate, that was a quick wedding. If you went to a wedding last night, you've become a grandfather a day later. I tell you what, was it Red Bull? Lots of Red Bull.
You've heard of a shotgun wedding, haven't you?
That's a Jamie Vardy party. That is for quickness back in the day, mate. Getting those vodka Red Bulls down, yeah.
Indeed. And Dan, the Burnley fan. Come on, the Foxes. Well, I wish I had your enthusiasm, mate. Doug, congratulations. Thank you very much. Just tell me why we're still playing the fucking left back at right back and having the right back that we bought, the only player we bought in the window, is sat on the bench.
I can't wait till the first game of the start of next season when he's doing it again and you're going to absolutely lose your mind, as all the rest of us are, because it's probably the way it goes. Mate, honestly, it's like it is broken, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, JJ must be telling him he's a right back, because I look at Rude and I sometimes go, is he trusting too much in Jamie Vardy? Going, Jamie Vardy will save me in a minute because he's Jamie Vardy. Justin will save me because he's James Justin. But he's not actually guiding them, is he?
No,
That's
not
what
at
gets
all.
me.
Richard Gray says, Rude is our Donald Trump. I think I shouldn't have Donald Trump in the bloody thing. There we go, Richard. Just for you. There you go. The man himself. Let's make Leicester great again.
Well, he'd build a wall in front of the goal, wouldn't he? So we don't have to worry about defenders.
Yeah, the thing is, he'd put Newcastle players in there.
Season ticket prices would go up, mate. We'd all be paying for a wall to go in front of the goal.
Yeah. I'm going to build a wall and I'm going to make Newcastle build it.
Yeah, they're going to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest with you, they couldn't afford it. But yeah, it is just. But again, we're just saying the same things, aren't we?
Yeah, it's difficult, mate, isn't it? Because every time I come into this, I'm like, well, what else can we really talk about here apart from, what we've been talking about for weeks and weeks? And that's the sad thing, So all I'll say tonight is I don't like to see my football club fail, but I hope a lot of people don't go tonight. I hope it's noticed, and I hope that it drives some people into action a bit here, because, like I say, seeing that about Southampton today, for me, my heart sank a bit even more and went, well, at least they're getting the message because they know how bad they are. We don't seem to be getting it.
Yeah. 3-star Reds, can't see you winning this one, but if you can do Forest a favour tonight, we'll be chuffed to bits. Mate, if you're relying on us, you're in trouble. And I have to say, I was surprised Forest. I predicted Aston Villa 2, Nottingham Forest 3, and it ended up obviously 2-1 to Villa. But I've got to say, look, I know we're rivals here. I say this all the time, and people hate on me for saying this, but I love what Forest are doing this season. I love anybody that's not one of the big six. Sorry, Doug and Man United fans and everything. Are Man United one of the big six these days? But if it's anybody other than the big six that are doing well, yeah, great. So go on, Forest. Get into the Champions League. Thank you, Mike. And yes, congratulations, Mike is going to be a daddy as well. So congratulations to you. Wasn't sure whether there was an April Fool's joke or not. I got caught out by a few of those, Mike. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much indeed. Wiz Fox is really impressed with Rude trying something different this time. Oh, wait, forget that. Tongue in cheek, I think, a little bit there, Wiz. Tongue in cheek. Look, do we see this? This will change tonight, but to what number?
Another 90 minutes on top, Chris. Yeah.
See, so hang on. We're not going to predict the score.
Okay.
We're going to put. I didn't see it till the 1st of March. Sorry, mate. I didn't see it till the 1st of April.
Are you including added time in this, Chris, or is it just 90 minutes per game?
No. This includes added time.
Oh, right. So it's proper sugar. I thought we might get a few numbers knocked off if we were lucky then. Right.
So the guess is how many. No, say forget the fucking score. We're going to lose. Yep. So it's how many minutes are we going to go by the end of the game, having not conceded a goal?
All depends on how much added time, but I'm going to go for 829.
829. So you're going.
Hope my maths is right here.
You're going for just 2 minutes added time.
Yeah, because I think it won't be long. Hopefully.
Right. Well, with any luck, I put my name next to that. So let me just put Tom 829. Now I am going to go for 737 plus 90 plus 7. I'm going to go for 834.
So we both think neither of us are scoring tonight, is what we've just confirmed there.
Basically, yes.
Yes.
You know, I'm doing all this in the build-up, and we'll probably come out and win it 5-0.
Mate,
very stupid. Wake up, you're dreaming. Oh, sorry, I dreamt there that we won 5-0.
It's scary, Chris, isn't it? Because this can only go one or two ways tonight from what we've seen so far. It's going to be number one, Leicester don't turn up and Newcastle go, we'll have a night off and win 2-0. Or Newcastle go, we'll have a night on for some goal difference and win 8-0.
Yeah, exactly. A rebuild. We do need a rebuild, and you should be starting at the top. Mike, if you get this right, I will buy you a drink next time I meet you. So it could be a while, but I will buy you a drink. 738. If we score in the first minute, tell you what, mate, I'll play that for the orgasm jingle.
Don't forget the chap in the Washington State, mate, is at work. So we don't want to get people in trouble again like last time we were playing sex noises when people were working.
No, not my responsibility.
Watch at your peril, like Leicester City Football Club this season.
Yeah, glad to get a 4-digit clock. I know. And Stuart says 830. Look, we're about 4 minutes off.
You forgot my name, so
Kickoff. So
Kickoff.
I will let you go. You've got me and Tom all night tonight. So guys, we'll see you in 45 odd minutes, and hopefully, best we can hope for that it's still 0-0.
Mate, just keep the faith, I guess, is all we can say, because it's not going to be Foxes never quit, is it? So keep the faith, lads, the old slogan.
Somebody said that to me. They said, get behind the team on a post that I put up, because my post today had been a little tad sarcastic. And I went, well, when they actually give me something to get behind, I will. But anyway, it's the Watchalong. I'll see you at half-time, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. So it is half-time when we will be welcoming Tom back. And it is the Watchalong. Why are we doing this to ourselves all the time?
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, let's just see what Kate's got to say again.
Right, another day, another Leicester match, and yet again the same starting 11. I'm really disappointed. It's coming to the point now where I know it's kind of a foregone conclusion that we're not going to make the league next year. We're not going to stay up. But Ruud still has a responsibility to put his best team out and try different things. You know, because we will have a lot of these players next year, and I just feel there's some negligence on his part, and I don't think there's an enormous amount of professionalism that's going into this, to be honest. I think having Monga is just a token gesture. I don't really see how Monga's going to fit in with that starting 11 formation, and it's just lacking any kind of appetite or hunger or thought really this week as to what Ruud's thought about with regards to putting the team together. So yeah, really disappointed. I don't think we're going to score again. I'm expecting 2-0 Newcastle.
There she goes, 2-0 Newcastle. I'm going 3-0 Newcastle. I'll tell you that Brad went 5-0 Newcastle and Wayne went 4-0 Newcastle. Let me just say right at the get-go here, congratulations to Newcastle on winning the Carabao Cup for the first time. Well done, so well done, gentlemen. That's how it all started for us under Martin O'Neill. So hopefully it will be the same for you. So well done to them. They're going to be on an absolute high. We're going to be on a stuffing. Let's be honest with you. Oh, it's sad, isn't it? It is so sad. I remember when we used to be good. So Leicester City manager. Oh, that is, of course, Ruud van Nistelrooy, unfortunately. 22. Oh, no, sorry, I'll go through the teams in 1 second. So, apparently, if Monga gets on tonight, he's going to be the second ever youngest player to play in the Premier League. Give the lad a chance. Hermansen in goal. Well, the BBC still have it as a 3-4-2-1, but it isn't. It's a 5-2-1-2, apparently. So we've got Hermansen in goal. We've got Justin Faze, Cody, Thompson, Christensen at the back. Ndidi and Samari getting in each other's way in midfield, with El Kanouche just in front of them. And then you got Daka and Vardy, supposedly up front, but don't hold out much hope for that. Newcastle, they play a 4-3-3. They've got Pope in goal, and they've got a back four of Trippier, Shaw, Byrne, and Livramento. And Byrne is Newcastle's Jamie Vardy, of course. I've got to say, well done to him. Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, and Joe Linton are the three behind the strikers. And the three up front with Isaac in the centre is Murphy on one side, and of course the returning Harvey Barnes in there as well. I think we've actually kicked off, depending whether you're watching an SD, HD, or whatever. Let me just get the clock right. So Leicester in all blue today. Newcastle in their white with green stripe, with green edging. 154 and it's 1-0 already. 3-star. No, I'm going to have to time you out. Because there's no, I just put it up before, no spoilers. Well, 154 and they've scored already. First Newcastle attack. First goal. And it's Murphy who has scored with an assist, would you believe, Harvey Barnes. I mean, Christensen there. Did he not know he was behind him or what? Honestly. Welcome, Blue Fox. I mean, it's just pathetic, isn't it? Just absolutely pathetic. Just update the score, guys. Yeah, Vicky, sigh indeed. Craig, same old Leicester. Rico, evening, Chris, sorry for you and Leicester City. Look, the players are getting what they deserve, the shit. Conceding early, no change in that. Here we go again. All the comments that are coming in. Another week, same script. I know. I mean, how many games have we conceded so early? I can see quite well. I can see a few empty seats there. I mean, Ruud van Nistelrooy sat there shaking his head. We should shake it off. Oh, my God. Wout Faes is on the ball. God help us. Justin back to Faes. Faes. Over to Cody. Who obviously maybe didn't come out of his... Maybe he didn't stay at his house this week. Who knows? Maybe that's why Roy Rogers? Ruud van Nistelrooy picked him. But fucking hell, Ruud Rogers. What the hell? It was a ball forward, but I tell you what, Pope was almost playing right back there to kick that ball out. I don't know who they're playing for, Rico. I really, really don't know. Yeah, it is. It did say it's Murphy. That's who they're saying are scoring. Load of empty seats. They're talking about that now on the telly. $11 hours, 17 minutes. And they've had 50 shots in that time. It is. There's just one embarrassing stat after another. I'm sorry, I'm getting to the point where I'm at the point of almost the point of saying, like, Top, get out of our club. Because I don't know what he's doing. Alan Smith's got it right there. It is a good opportunity for Newcastle to score 3 or 4. Christensen gets that ball down on the far side. El Canouse. Justin on this near side. Oh, he played it back in, did James? Daka nearly tried to get on the end of it. I don't know who he kicked the player. It wasn't on purpose. Justin had the ball, brought it back to Daka, who crossed it over. No, indeed, he crossed it over for Daka, and Daka collided. Oh, in fact, he missed the ball. Absolutely missed the ball, which kind of sums it all up, really, doesn't it? Barnes now. Faze. Barnes goes down. Justin goes down. And Justin gets the free kick. For once, I'm going to say fair play, Faze. He was battling for that. I think we are. I think we are, Prashant. Not sure what you mean there, Wiz. Ball over the top that just ends up with a Newcastle player who puts it out. So 9 minutes gone, 1-0 down. Hey ho. Oh, losing the ball in midfield. Oh, it hit the post. 2-0. 10 minutes. 2-0. Where are Leicester? That's what they're asking. Who the fuck knows? I mean, it was from outside. It was from his own area. Where were the Leicester defenders? That's just pathetic. I mean, where were the defence? I mean, what an effort, first of all, from Shaw. It's not Sher. How can it be Cher? I think my 3 is looking. Well, I just think it's going to be. It's looking bad. Tell you what, mate. If you're a Leicester fan, that's what happens every game. Oh, we've just given the ball away again. Oof. He's out there. It hit the side netting. I wasn't sure that he wasn't in for a moment. 13 minutes gone. Indeed, he's got a yellow card. Maybe he's hoping he's going to get taken off as well. I think rough season is understating it, Pavlos. Yeah. I know what you mean, Blue. Yvonne, don't ask. Don't ask. I'm just like, if we lose this, we will have got 17 points, and there is 7 games to go. So that's 21 points we could get, plus the 17. That would give us 39. Oh, we're not actually down. We could actually go, if we win every single game that's left, we could go above Wolves, West Ham and Everton if none of them win a game for the rest of the season. Oh, hey! Vicky, I tell you what, he needs it. Daka's coming forward now. Oh, just gave the ball away. I was very much tongue in cheek. You know, Samari there, the ball, he could have gone for it, and he thought, I can't be arsed. And you know, he stood there and let the ball go to the player. When he stood there, and he goes, no, I'm not going to go and try and get that. Long ball over the top. And indeed, he can't get to it. Welcome back, 3-star. Remember, no spoilers until I say it. There's no spoilers of anything, not just goals, anything. You get a timeout the first time, the second time it's a permanent. Disappointing, doesn't even come close to it. Barnes, Livramento. Barnes into the box. That was headed clear by El Canoes, but only as far as another Newcastle player. So quite a few empty seats I can see. At this rate, I don't think there'll be many players stopping the 90 minutes. Vardy. El Canoes gives it away. Yeah, they're saying the confidence has drained out the players. So what the fuck is Ruud van Nistelrooy doing? Oh. I mean, again, the ball in the box for Daka. He had 2 players on him. At least we got the ball in the box. And we've always said, haven't we, one day Mads Hermansen is going to get caught out with one of those. We were saying this last season, if you remember, under Enzo in the Championship. Hermansen kicks it straight to a Newcastle player. Vardy. Oh, he can't even get his foot on it. Fucking Vardy. This is what is Ruud doing with them? Samari losing the ball and Memento. Oh, good defending. Cody right at the end. Wow. I thought that was going in then. So it's Barnes with his corner. Takes it. Oh. He plays it straight to a Leicester player. But El Khanous loses it. And he goes straight back to Newcastle. Leicester lose it again. I mean, every time they come forward, I am so... Daka now with the ball. Again, he's on the wing. That went back and the fans booed it, quite rightly. So Barnes with the ball. tries to actually make a defensive header there. Daka now. He's got the speed, Daka. No, he went down. He had the chance again. He had the chance to release it. But he should have passed it. Should have passed it. I mean, Daka, it was a really good run from Daka. They're just going to show it again. He took it and he outrun quite a few players. I mean, he had. I don't think he was pushed over. No, he went over. Daka went over. I think he was actually playing for the free kick there, Daka, but he should have. If there's anything different to report, I'll give it a shout out. Now, Justin, he's got a lot of space, but again, we were clear and he kind of held on to it. But Christensen here into the box, but he doesn't get it past the Newcastle defender. No, we don't even win the corner. Oh, no, he's given the corner. He has given the corner. Christensen's just walking away. Oh. There was another corner. The corner before it was El Canus with a short one, and it didn't really work. Well, we haven't conceded for 17 minutes. El Canus with this corner. It's going to be left-footed in. No, Thomas, sorry, with the corner. It's going to be left-footed in. It's a high one this time. I don't know, the Daka did not jump for that. El Canus. Indeedy now. Thomas tries to get it in, gets a throw in. Leicester showing a little bit of fight at the moment. Leicester retaining possession, just about. Oh, then that was just. It was just a pass to nowhere in the box. Nobody was there. Now, the argument you could make is that there should have been somebody there. Hiya, Jim. Welcome back, mate. Is your doctor in bed with you? Yeah, I mean, it did show that. It did show that, in fairness. Yeah, but you got to feel more than a hand. Look where the referee was. That was so not a foul. But if that had been given the other way and Newcastle then got the foul, I would have been absolutely fuming because it shouldn't have been. Cup of Yorkshire. Can you get that in the Philippines? Yorkshire tea? Or do you get it Tesco'd over? To be honest with you, no, mate. I've got to say, look, I wanted Steve Cooper at the start of the year. I wanted him gone, and I wanted Rude in. But I don't think we would have been as bad as this under Steve Cooper. You're quite right there. You're quite right. I don't think so. I think if we get a goal, I can't see it. I mean, again, we had the pressure on and we haven't scored, and now Newcastle are coming back at us. Wow, Tony. Wow. Yeah, Jim is back, but his doctor has banned him from coming on and talking about Leicester. El Canoes now. He's got some space. Nobody's up with him. Oh, El Canoes had an effort. A good run. A pass wasn't really on. It was quite a decent save from Pop. I've written down there from Poe. I don't think he could have got the ball, in fairness, over to Vardy. Vardy was too far away. Poor corner, it's headed clear. Oh, God. And just, but is it again, in fairness? Samare deals with it well. Bev the nurse. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Jim. You're playing doctors and nurses, are you? Hey, I know what you're up to. Remember, you just had a heart bypass. Don't be doing any of that. You're allowed to take it back in, are you? I don't know these days what you can take in and out. I tell you what, I'm off to Lanzarote at the end of May, so I think the season might be over by then. I might need a holiday. Oh, Mike. I don't want to say, but you said 738 minutes. I think you're a little bit off there, weren't you? 738 minutes since Leicester scored a goal. That was the game we scored 2 in the last time we scored. Tottenham Hotspur. Do you remember that? So, Faye's on the ball. No foul. Leicester have the ball. Out to Justin. Indeed, he does the overlap, plays it back to Justin. Justin whips it in, but absolutely nobody to be on the end of it. Thomas just keeps it, Christensen keeps it in on the other side. See what Justin was trying to do there, but it just wasn't in the right place for any Leicester striker. 33 minutes gone, and the ball just given away so easily there. Isak on the ball with this breakaway here from Newcastle. Oh, we haven't cleared it properly yet. 3-0. 3-0. So they break away from a Leicester giveaway. Well, can we stop it now, please? I've gone 3-0 in the prediction league. So Harvey Barnes doesn't celebrate. Yeah, not sure whether those fans are leaving or just going for an early brew. Yeah, he didn't celebrate. I wouldn't have minded him celebrate. Look, it's been a few years. I suppose he is a Leicester lad. I suppose that's what would have stopped him celebrating. Vardy up for a header, and it's well wide, near the goalpost, near the corner flag. It was a long time ago, 3-star. It was a Chinese company, and probably can't Prashant. Brad's got 5. I mean, we could all be well short, couldn't we? So look, I'm going to say that I have gone 3-0 in the prediction league. So as soon as I have gone 3-0 in the prediction league, at least I'd get 3 points in the prediction league then. Stop the match. Stop the count. No, stop the match. Again, rubbish. Didn't even make the attack there. Hey, John, I wish you were the chairman. Sorry, can you smell it from there? I do apologise, Keith. Oh, God. Benny Hill humour at its best. "38 minutes gone. Don't think there'll be much stoppage time, if I'm honest with you. Crossed by Justin high, but straight into the arms of Pope. I don't even think Leicester could lose by 3.3%, could they? Yeah, but if he does make changes, giving away again. If he does make changes, he's going to do like for like and make no fucking difference. Here we go. Isak nearly making it 4. Newcastle United up to well, this hasn't updated yet, but they will be up to 4th, I think, with this one. Leicester turn. Oh, it hit the post! Oh my God! Daka! Oh! 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 Daka's shot, it hit the right post, went across and hit the left and into the goalkeeper's arms. I mean, you just know things aren't going your way when that happens. True, Stephen. Absolutely true. Sasha, it was. In the nursing home, Jeff. Leicester have had 3 shots, 2 on target, 10 for Newcastle, 4 on target. XG of 0.14 at this point. Daka again. Doesn't get the ball past the player that's marking him, Dan Burn. Now, I'm going to be controversial here. Yeah, you know it's not like me, everybody. I'm going to be a bit controversial and say Daka's probably our best player this half. Thomas with the corner, left-footed in. Oh, punch clear. Good punch there by Pope. Richardson can't get the ball in, but he does get the throw in. Tell you what, one of the only players I say that is given a bit of a fuck today, and that is Daka. The only good thing about this is that because of this, we don't have to do a match review of the Man City game. Two minutes to half time. Give the ball away. Murphy tries to replicate what happened in the first half, but it was a bit too high this time. Anyhow, I'd say he looks worried, but he's not as happy as I thought he would be. But then again, coming into this game, you've got to look at this game and go, look, we're going to win this. Richard, I mean, fair point. So long boot upfield by Hermanson. Christensen gets on the end of it. Daka does as well, but doesn't get a free kick, but he's bowled over. Now Livramento can break down this left-hand side. 2 minutes of extra time. It's an unchanged side when you've lost 7 in a row. Free kick to Newcastle, about phase. So it's a free kick. Don't know whether this free kick will have time to be taken or not. No, it is. It's half time. Nothing to say other than I'm going to do a Leicester and probably go and have a shit. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll have the half-time analysis. Do we have to? Fortunately, we do. Leicester City 0, Newcastle 3.
I almost think dead air says it all, Chris, doesn't it? Because I don't know what we can say anymore.
I don't really don't.
I will say this. I completely agree with the image you've chosen because I'm looking at it and I'll say one thing. There's been a little bit more running tonight, but they still have no idea in the final third what any of them are doing. Dak has either been going or coming too short. No one's got any sort of intelligence or clue of what they're doing in the final third. And it's desperate, Chris. He's got to go.
Yes. I mean, I should start selling these off as posters, shouldn't I?
You should make T-shirts, mate. Honestly, the longer he's there, the more money you're going to rake in from this.
I know. Yeah. Somebody get Athena on the phone for me. I'll scratch my arse. I'm not proud. Right, let me just say, just in case anybody was wondering, there you go.
Well done, mate. Good work. Patson tried to ruin it for us, but it would have been given for offside because the Premier League's like lol Leicester.
I mean, look, before we get into the individual things, I said, and somebody says this, maybe says how bad everybody else is, but Daka was probably my man of the match in that first half.
Chris, crazy you said that because I was going to say exactly the same thing to you, expecting you to rip me a new one, but I'm glad you're seeing it the same way as I am because he's actually run about tonight. But once again, you've got to kind of reimagine and remind yourself that ultimately we're giving a player a man of a match because he's running, not because he's actually doing anything else of really any construction because no one else is.
No, but at least he is putting some effort in. I mean, I know he's going to get taken off, right?
Yeah, probably.
But it should be Vardy that's taken off because what has Vardy done?
There's one thing I will say for Daka that's annoyed me, Chris. I agree with you about Vardy as well. Vardy's not been much brilliant, but Daka had a chance later on in the half where he came short and he should have stayed long when Justin could have played him in. And it's little things like that. They're little moments, but if he'd stayed up there then, like he should as an attacking forward, which I think is what they want from him and the players are looking from him, he might have got in again and he didn't. He's almost trying to do too much. And that's the problem for me. They're not quite orchestrated correctly, and that winds me up.
No, I can't argue with that at all. We'll just catch up with a few comments here. Yeah. And please, 82 of you in, please do smash that likes button. It helps the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and obviously click that notification bell. But let's just go through a few of these before we catch up. Have players just played their own tactics? I mean, there's just no tactics there. But to be quite honest with you, sometimes I thought Van Nistelrooy had died. It was like a Madden Two Swords.
Scarily enough on this point, Chris, there's a couple of times when Ndidi was way higher up and stuff like this, and I'm thinking he's actually trying to get forward to get it because there's no one else there. But Ruud's probably telling him not to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
If Daka had this fight against Fire, we might not be heading for the 1,000 minutes goalless record. Daka's still clinically lacking. I mean, there is that. I'm not saying he's suddenly turned into Wesley, but at least he's making an effort. Someone needs a kick on the backside. I think they need to have more than that. What happened to Fox's Never Quit? I think that got taken down a few years ago. Michael Rood wants more. Yeah, really does want more than a kick. You're right. Daka's never been physically strong enough to be Championship and Premiership. Evening all. Hi, Eagle Eyed. Would you have been better off sticking with Cooper? Eagle Eyed Palace fan, friend of the channel. To be honest with you, yes, we would have been. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but we would have been. I'd take off Vardy and bring on Mavididi. Yeah. And so glad I've gone to the pub to watch this shit. You didn't go to the game, Ant? How dare they call themselves professional? Evie Rose, how doing? Not seeing the team so disinterested from the opening minute. Disgusting excuse for the club and squad. I've seen bad teams here. This is the worst. They don't care. I could almost say you're a Coventry City fan, Evie, but no, joking aside, spot on.
Didn't the second goal sum it up when he took that wild shot from nowhere and he comes back off the bar and all our players are watching it, Chris, and there's a Newcastle player on his own. Sums it up, mate.
Yes, yeah. I think the headless chicken runs around a lot. Daka at 10 is our best player. But I haven't even got to results, and thankfully, because this is being played on Monday, I'm not sure whether we probably will do a review of this. But yeah, I just think at least he's putting some effort in, which is more than Sumari, more than FaZe. There's just so many players out there that aren't putting in. But look, 1 minute 54. Do you know in our last 8 games, in 3 of those games, we've conceded a goal in the first 2 minutes?
Yeah, it's frightening, isn't it, mate? It just shows you that we just turn up and we're intimidated and terrified by the prospect of being a football team right now. Because, the thing that got me at the start, Chris, we seem to start every game on our heels. I looked at Newcastle, they were on their toes. It's a small difference, but little things like that, And, we showed signs of coming back into it, but it's all too little too late, isn't it? It's all a lot of running around like headless chickens, like was well pointed out. And that's the best we got right now. And that comes down to the manager, mate. So it's one of those days where I look more at the manager more than the players, ironically. And there's times I've done both this season. Yeah.
This was Alan Smith, and he does refer to Leicester as one of his former clubs. Newcastle are toying with Leicester. LCFC are on their knees.
Yeah, I don't think he's put it any better. I think it was well noted in the comments as well about, in the Championship we'd be in trouble. I'd look at Plymouth Argyle and how they are at the bottom of the Championship because they're playing twice as better than we are right now.
I'll tell you what, Ant has got an idea. He says, get Monger on for we've got nothing to lose. We should have about 5 or 6 players on there.
He's not coming on, is he? Come on.
Yeah. And he said, actually, the commentator said they need to use the bench. Who the fuck have we got on the bench, possibly apart from Monger and Ricardo, that's going to make any difference? Because it's all right saying you're going to bring some players on, but he's just going to do like for like, isn't he?
Yeah, and I'll say this as well, Chris. It's very apparent we're a rubbish team. We've got 1 or 2 players who've run around tonight and made a bit of an effort. I would probably say, there might be players that we want to see coming off that bench who might not put in the effort as well. We don't know who's applying what on the training pitch, do we? But then we also know Rude's not applying much tactically on the training pitch, especially in the final third.
Do you remember last season, I actually said at some point, a Watford player tried to get Mads Hermansen off his line.
Yeah.
And last season, I said, one day that will happen.
Yeah.
And it's just so close to happening tonight. It was from inside his own, just inside his own half. What an effort. It hit the bar. I almost would have loved it to have gone in because it would have been a brilliant goal. But again, why is Mad so far up the fucking field?
Yeah.
He was well away from it. And then, and I'm going to quote the commentator again, the Leicester City defenders were jogging back while Murphy was running forward to make sure he got to that ball and put it in.
Yeah, and hey, let's compare that to last year with Enzo. Hermansen would spend a lot of his time on the halfway line if he could. That was the style of football, but they were committed to it, Chris. They weren't going to give the ball up to give a team an opportunity to pot shot you from 35, 40 yards like we're doing all the time now. It's these individual errors. It's the weak phases, not putting the tackle in. Then Connor Cody gets in trouble. It's Justin getting caught out of position, and so-and-so's got into trouble. And then there's Patson Daka running around like a lunatic, and sometimes he's not where he needs to be. So it is just such a mishmash of mess, mate.
Look, we always knew Barnes would probably score against us.
Yeah.
Didn't celebrate, but he's gone. He's been gone a few years now. I know he's a Leicester lad. I wouldn't have had a go at him if he had at least jumped in the air or something,
No, exactly.
But 3-0 down. I want to start. I don't know if you saw it. I actually put a sign up saying, stop the game now, because I predicted 3-0 in the prediction league.
I wondered why you did that. I just thought you'd had enough. I literally popped across to have a look to see what you were doing, and I thought by now he's had a meltdown probably. Rightly so. But no, you're hanging in there well, mate, tonight. I think it's the optimism of your life in general. But no, it's so disappointing, isn't it?
There you go.
So disappointing.
Yes. But I'll put it up again there just to.
Chris, when's the last time you felt this bad about a Leicester City team? Can you pinpoint it?
I don't think I have. I mean, not in sort of recent memory.
No.
With Rodgers, there was always the hope, wasn't there?
There was a little bit, yeah.
With McClintock, I was probably a little bit too young to understand what was going on.
Me
Although
too.
I started watching them, I don't, because obviously he replaced Bloomfield.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose the closest thing to it was Peter Taylor in his second season.
Yeah.
He lost 5-0 to Bolton, who just got promoted. So probably then, but even then, it wasn't. I can't remember it being this bad.
I mean,
I lose this many games. I don't think under Peter Taylor.
No, I look back to the team that got relegated from the Championship. We went down one of the smallest goal differences because we couldn't score, but we didn't concede many goals either that year, ironically. We drew 0-0 with Stoke on the final day, went to the Premier League and got relegated to League One. This is the last time since then I felt this bad about it because I just feel like we're hopeless. We just can't seem to get it done.
Mavididi and Brunetti are on. Oh, fuck off, Rude!
What's he done?
Daka is off.
There we go. He wants the sack, Chris. He wants He wants the sack, guys. He wants the sack. See you full time. He wants the sack.
And we've kicked off in the second half. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? I mean, Daka off? Seriously? And Christensen off? Ruud van Nistelrooy, fuck off out of my club. Fuck off. Please, somebody, watch him drive out the stadium tonight and run him over. He's honestly, absolutely just shitting this club. How the hell does Vardy stay on when he's done fuck all? Look at him now. He stands there like a fucking gormless twat. I'd call him a cunt, but cunts have uses. He fucking doesn't. I've had enough of him. He could bring fucking Skippy on. The guy is an absolute wanking cunt. A yellow card for Justin now. Is he not watching this game? Has he got something on the telly? How the hell is Vardy on? I've really just had enough. I'm really tempted to say, fuck off, Leicester. I'm going to go and support Nottingham Forest. I mean, I won't, obviously. But I do say, like, fuck off. I'm not doing this watch-along anymore. And Vardy had it and messed it up again. Mavididi collects it, gives it away. Vardy again does fuck all with it. El Canoes with this corner. Been told to hang on a minute while we have handbags in the box. Nobody in the right position to take up the rebound, but Bernete gets it. Left-footed back into the box. Indeed, he heads it on, but nobody there. Jeff, I mean, in fairness, I understand Vocky. 12 hours. 12 hours since we scored. Vardy offside. Who knew? You can sympathise then, Dorco. Frantic defending by Leicester. We can't even get the ball clear. It's headed that high up. And Mavididi will chase, but with no Daka on. Trippier nearly played Pope into trouble. Indeed. Jemirish is holding his head. Oh my God! What a cheating Newcastle fucking Geordie cunt! He touched him. I've seen women giving bigger slaps to men in pubs. Gamerish runs down holding his head. Fucking foreign cunt. Fuck off back to Middlesbrough. When the referee had to stop it because he was holding his face. But Jesus Christ. Sorry, Newcastle, that does absolutely nothing for you. I actually was pleased that you won the cup the other week, but that is disgustingly cheating. Somebody go and break his fucking legs now. Offside, Newcastle get a free kick. Oh, look, another Newcastle player down. Yeah, I've got to say, in fairness, that one probably did hurt. But if he was wearing proper shin pads rather than the little pantyhose things, you know, that they wear these days anyway. It's true. Get rid of the foreigners out of the game and just play British. We'd lose half our fucking team, wouldn't we? I jest with that. That was my tongue was very firmly planted in my cheek at that point. Maybe it's just Bruno's. We're not a Vardy to Mavadidi. Newcastle have got players back though. Again, yeah. More Newcastle defenders running back than blue shirts going forward to try and help the attack out. No, they've got not. I mean, if they leave now, there's a pub still open. At least all night won't be wasted. Are you down the pub, Michael? The free kick went straight to a Newcastle player then. Who knew? I think my only hope for the rest of the game is that Newcastle take pity on us and don't score any more. Justin can't get it past the first man. You know, if we had a goal, it'd be like winning, wouldn't it? It's a goal corner kick. A lot of empty seats there. I hope the players are looking at those empty seats and realising they're the reason they're empty. You're right, Jeff. You're right. fair corner, but we nearly lost it, but we've got it back. Coming up to half an hour left. Samari didn't get the ball back that he wanted. Wasn't his fault that time. Thomas, it was a good ball. Vardy, surprise, couldn't control it. You're quite right there, Jeff. I'm going to pinch that if you don't mind. Newcastle flooding the midfield now with their substitutions. Oof. It's a free kick to Leicester, but I thought that was number 4 then. We got the free kick. I think a bit lucky there because Justin kind of backed into the Newcastle striker. Ndidi to Justin, back to Ndidi. Who's got he's giving it to FaZe. Across to Cody. Back to Manson. Boots it long upfield, straight to a Newcastle head. It goes back to a Leicester head, El Canouse. Oh, sorry, Buonanotte, sorry. Forgot he was on. Mavididi couldn't quite reach it. I think if we kept him at this stage with this setup, we'd ruin him. $802 minutes. I said that earlier, Keith. You're quite right. See you, Pavlos. Take care, mate. I've got to write me BBC article after this. So Miley is on for Joe Linton. Longstaff is on for the cheat. That is the dirty bastard Guimaraes. Or the cheating bastard, I should say. Pavlos might want to score, Jeff. I know. That's the thing. It is the BBC. Vardy moaning. That's all he does these days, moan. You know me, I never swear. Much. Southampton, by the way, were relegated earlier than any other team in Premier League history. Vicky. I said last season when we got relegated with Southampton, at least I'll be able to, it's a game I'll be able to go and watch. It'd be like seeing old friends. It'll be the same again next season. I'm allowed 250 to 300 words, but I don't know what I can say with those 200 words. And like you say, Jeff, Hermanson now giving it away. Oh. Free kick to Leicester. "68 minutes, coming up to the 70-minute mark." I'm not 100% Prashant. Somebody will tell us. Was he not injured or something? I picked up a niggle. Samare looking for options. A lot of white shirts. When there's two banks of 5. So the broken have Newcastle. Now Leicester got numbers back. Our defenders don't look. Doesn't look as organised. You know, you saw there with Newcastle, you could see a definite line of five. There was absolutely nothing for Leicester there. They were all over the place. Was that not Cody? Thought that was Cody Vixen. If it was Winks, then I'm sorry, I'm with Winks. I know he fell out with Cody, but if Cody didn't want to live closer. I'm sorry, on the money they're on, they could afford to rent somewhere while they're playing for a club. Oh, Canute. Oh, didn't quite get it through to Mavididi. Oh, Canute messed up. Says the. I mean, you could say that about any. You could just like blank messed up. I mean, you could just put any name in there, couldn't you? But he fell out with Cody over something I was reading. So I put a post up. I can't remember what it was, but he did fall out with Cody. Two more changes for Newcastle. Because I did a Team Rude or Team Cody thing. Anyway, 72 minutes now. Leicester City 0, Newcastle United 3. Isaac and Murphy off. Wilson and Asola are on. Lots of empty seats as the ball goes back to Mads Manson. Boots it upfield to absolutely nobody, and he manages to, with a one defender kicking back, through to Pope, who plays it out, and now Newcastle can break down the left hand or their left hand side. Monga is about to come on, and he will be the second youngest ever youngest player as they nearly make it for Newcastle, but it's over the top. So Monga is on and Ricardo is on. Pierre is on for Justin. And Monga is on for El Canoes. I think I was just saying, I don't think, because he's a wanker, Keith. I would have kept El Canoes on. I'm not going to lie. He was already calling for the ball, Mongo, and it went backwards. Now he's got it. He's number 93. Corner to Leicester. The other thing as well is, of course, that with Manchester City, United and Chelsea after him, that this will add value if it goes to a tribunal, which he could possibly do because of his age. Prashant, you are very kind, sir. Thank you. There's a corner on the other side. No, he's without BC game, Prashant. Penalty claim, but I think they're playing on. Well, they are playing on. Yeah, I say he's not got KP, he's not got BC game because it's a gambling company and he's only 15. Monga now. The Memento keeping him off the ball. Goal kick to Newcastle. Thank you, guys. Come on, smash those likes, guys. Come on. It doesn't cost anything, and it really does get the channel onto people's homepage. It isn't free. I sit here and have to commentate on this shit week after week after week. The least you can do is click a like. Samari running into Rob Jones, or vice Rob Jones getting in the way. Navadidi now on this side. He's kept it in. Haven't really seen much of him since he came on. It's a corner to Leicester. Yeah, I know that feeling, Prashant. He is, Keith. He is. I mean, why haven't they got somebody on the far side when we're taking corners? Oh. Aberdeen, that was a good run by Prieri. He goes round that to take it. And throw it. Tell you what, the substitutes, Monga and Piera, are really having a go. More than the rest of the team put together. Oh. Cara here, a lovely ball over to Monga, who plays it. It's another corner. Now they're just looking at this tackle on Tonali. No, it wasn't bad. They got the ball. Wasn't bad. Just another Geordie that's falling over, pretending to be hurt. I'm surprised he didn't hold his head. Yeah, Ricardo and Monga they've been showing effort since they came on. So 83 minutes gone. They certainly sort of seem to have livened things up. Corner badly dealt with by Leicester as always. Oh my God. Not sure who that was. Back to the goalkeeper. That was a bad back pass. Well, we've gone past Tom's 829. And we're up to 868, so we've gone past mine as well. Yeah, we've had a better second half, but, you know, are we that better in the second half, or have Newcastle taken their foot off the gas? Leicester playing it dangerously at the back here. 85 minutes gone into the last 5 minutes. So into Leicester on the far side. Another substitute here for Newcastle. Just winding down the time, and you can't blame them. Trippier is coming off. Yeah, Dan Burn becomes captain. So Trippier off and Cahis on. Free kick to Leicester on the far side in front of the dugout. Ricardo taken out. .87 minutes and counting. I don't think we've got time, Keith. Oh, yeah. Barnes there. Tried to go around Thomas. I think he did eventually, first of all, but then it is out now for a throw-in, which Kickoff is going to take. He takes it short. It's another throw-in, though. Third win on the trot for Newcastle. Ronald, don't joke about these things. It's another throw-in. Oh, we're into the last minute and a half. Oh, again, Leicester can't pass. Isn't that surprising? So many empty seats. Ongo on the ball. Ricardo pushing him in the back. A little bit of fun by the Newcastle player there, walking off with the ball, but I think Ricardo did well not to get a book in, and Leicester actually got a free kick. Bonete takes it quickly. Back with Thomas. This is going to go all the way back to Mads Hermansson from a free kick in the opposition half. Five minutes. Corner. Oh! Wasn't the best of header though, came off the top of his head. Is it Liverpool we've got next? Renette, at least he has a shot, but it is wide. No. Our Newcastle are going to get a last one and ruin my 3 points. Is it Faye's actually saving myself the embarrassment there? It's a goal kick. Oh, Brighton next, is it? Monga. Still looking lively. Trying. Good ball. Then Bonatti loses it. What would you want to be seen talking to? Not actually gone out. Leicester, pay attention. Wide. Surely that's got to be it now. 3-0. And there it is. And I get 3 points in the Premier League. I'm going to go off because I need a piss. And I'll be totally back. And we'll do a very, very brief post-match analysis. Not a lot to say, really, but here we go. thought, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this.
Oh, God. I'll have what she's having.
I got 3 points in the prediction league. Yay!
I was going to say, mate, and my first thought was when Vardy missed that header, if that had gone in, I'd have got the minute exactly bang on. We broke the goal scoring problem. Yeah.
Oh, my God. How embarrassing are we?
Oh, mate, it could have been a lot worse, though. I mean, that's the only nugget I got. After 12 minutes in this game, I was thinking we could lose this 8-0, like I worried about in the pre-match. But, you know, at least we only lost 3-0. But, yeah, I mean, mate, we're seeing what Ruud van Nistelrooy's got to offer. There's little bits, actually, I'd say we might have been better today, but it's all too little too late, and it's still not amounting to a hill of beans, is it?
No. I mean, at 3-0 at half-time, I was actually quite happy because I thought they're going to start making changes because they've got who they got next? Man United.
Yeah, big game.
It will, even as bad as they are, will at least provide some opposition. But look, that is just you know. Can I go through some information with you here?
Absolutely, please do.
You know, and I know you. I don't know if you're a fan of stats or anything, but remember I said how many managers we'd had? 11.
Yes, 11. Yeah.
Paulo Sousa had a 33.3% win rate.
Wow, did he? He was horrendous as well.
Yeah, he only played 12 games.
Yeah.
Claude Puel, 26 games, 42.3% win rate.
Decent.
Sorry, I'm going to take that back. Sorry. Claude Puel, 67 games, 34.3% win rate.
It was okay.
Dean Smith, 8 games, 25% win rate. Steve Cooper, 15 games, 20% win rate.
Trending.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, 20 games, 15% win rate. And he's still fucking here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, Chris, isn't it? And once again, it's one of those weird things tonight. I mean, I was looking at this game in the second half and going, I can't remember the last time we put this many balls in the box. I mean, it was pointless. We weren't going to score with it. I mean, but it was something we didn't see the week before. And I'm just thinking, it seems such a long, arse-winded way. And the bottom line is, Chris, the Premier League now is a 90-10-minute league. You've got to have a plan for 95 minutes.
90-10 minute.
Yeah, well, yeah, do you know, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? It can extend for another 10 minutes, 100 minutes. One of those nights, guys. My brain's frazzled watching this. But, yeah, it's just you've got to have a plan for 90 minutes. Within 12 minutes here tonight, our plan had been completely torn up before we'd even started because we weren't at the races. So that's where it goes wrong. And we're seeing that with Ipswich, Leicester and Southampton this year. None of us can do it for 90 minutes.
16 touches in their box, in fairness, which isn't bad.
Yeah, better.
23 they had in ours. 7 shots we had to their 16. But look, we were never, ever going to get that goal. I mean, I went for 834 minutes.
Yeah.
You went for 829.
Yeah.
I
should have said over 1,000, Chris, because I had to consider beyond this game. I didn't think about that at the time.
Well, let me just play this.
I don't know, it's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
Bang on. Oh, my word. See, I was hopeful, Chris, the referee would put us out of our misery after 2 minutes of added time, even if there was 5 given. No, they played the 5 there, didn't they? And right at the end, though, Newcastle could have got another goal to top it off.
In fairness, the big girl's cunt that is Guimaraes went down after hardly a touch and was holding his face, and that's why there were so many minutes added on. I mean, to be totally honest with you, what a cheat, and it's an embarrassment to Geordies everywhere, I've got to say.
They won't mind too much because he provides other things, mate. You know, that's the thing, isn't it? Everyone's got a player like it as long as he's your player.
Well, no, I won't argue with that. But I'm not looking at it from I'm looking at it from a Leicester point of view. What a wanker, you know. Yeah. I don't look. I can't believe I've got it spot on, I've got to say. You know that I said it was 834 minutes?
Yeah.
That's 13.9 hours.
Wow, remarkable. So basically, mate, we could probably do the whole country in a drive in the time Leicester haven't scored.
Yeah.
if not even go into France perhaps and have a baguette or two for lunch and pop back. Yeah.
And it's 9.2 matches.
Yeah, it's remarkable, isn't it, mate? It's remarkable because it's only getting worse. We're now hitting figures which are club records. They're not just Premier League records or Football League records. We're hitting club records. And like you say, that percentage win rate of managers has just declined. Where do we literally get the anchor in and stop the sinking?
Yeah.
Because you see Southampton do it. We seem to see other clubs doing it. And then we're here just sitting on our asses a little bit, twiddling our thumbs going, well, this is a bit frustrating, isn't it? Cheers, Michelle.
Let's be honest with you. If it wasn't for Steve Cooper, we would be worse off than.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Chris, 100%. The interesting thing about it is perhaps there is a slight lesson to be learned here because both us as Southampton kind of lost our bottle. We came into the system going, we're going to do this as our attitude to get our way out of this. We'll do Steve Cooper, they'll do Russell Martin. And we both lost our bottle quite early with it, didn't we? And look what happened. It got worse. Mm.
Yeah. I mean, look, Vardy, to be totally honest with you, what was the point of him staying on the pitch? He did fuck all when Daka went off. That's probably been a little bit unfair to him. But even so, he was useless. December the 8th, the last home goal. I mean, it's just... All right, look, fans leaving at half-time, was that to get an early brew or was that literally leaving? Because the ground was almost empty at the end.
It was, but I think the football club needs to see it, Chris, because the problem is that if everyone went out there and did buy their season tickets, renew their season tickets right now, they'd be encouraging this. And the club, unfortunately, is probably feeling the sting of that right now because people aren't easily signing up at this moment because they don't want to see this continuing for next season.
Today was the last day they could do it with, well, not a discount, but a non-increased price or something.
That's
right. And I did put a thing out earlier saying who was renewed the season ticket. And it seemed the majority. I know. Was it Joe said? Was it? Oh no, Derek said he hasn't renewed his, but the majority had. In fairness.
Oh, fair play to them. Yeah, credit.
Let's just talk through that second half because we left had to leave very quickly because the game had kicked off. But all right, Mavididi and Brunetti coming on. I get.
Yep.
Daka and Christensen going off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because I felt actually, I'd agree with you. 9 times out of 10, Rude's done this. It hasn't made much of a difference. But I do think Mavididi, it's the energy was a bit better again, Chris. Hey, the quality wasn't any better, so there was no real change. But I kind of felt he was all right. Brunetti had a go. It's all still headless chickens, isn't it? But I don't think it was a disasterful substitution today, really.
Well, what I mean with that is then, let me put it another way.
Yeah.
Did Mavididi and Daka, Daka and Christensen deserve to be the two players that went off?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because we had this discussion about Daka in the first half. I wonder if Daka, when he was coming too short, got himself hooked off because he wasn't doing what Rude wanted him to. But there was a couple of moments, you're right, he tried to make up with it and run forward. It's that lack of intelligence, Chris, unfortunately, again, isn't it? And we saw more balls going in the boxes as the second half. The best sub was Ricardo, because honestly, the thing Ricardo brings is I actually looked at him when he actually looks like a Premier League footballer in how he handles himself on the pitch.
Yes, yeah. I've written down here when Gamara's went down, fucking cheating. See you next. And I said I've seen bigger slaps off women down the pub when the man's still there. You know what I mean? It was.
Yeah.
And when Newcastle were defending, I looked at them. I'm not sure whether it was a bank of 4 and a bank of 5 or 2 banks of 5. I don't know how much they'd come back. I think it was probably a 4 and a 5. But you could see there was in a straight line. You could see. Great line. I mean, okay, we're never going to break through that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, exactly.
When you then looked at the next Newcastle attack, our defence was all over the fucking place.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's night and day, isn't it, mate? A bit of quality and also having a game plan. Every time Newcastle came forward, they were on their toes. There'll be someone who's an outlet to them on the left. The guy from the central midfield would overlap on the left. And they had a plan, mate. When we did the same, we would had one person forward and he was marked out, and normally the ball would be given away by someone. So it's night and day, the quality difference, isn't it? And also, mate, it shows you the difference between two coaches, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah. At 70, and thanks very much, Doug.
Well done, Doug.
A training game, definitely. In fact, you could, we were like playing their under 12 women. That's how bad we are. At 71 minutes, 3-0 up. Which side do you think made 4 changes by the 71st minute?
Would that be Newcastle?
That would be Newcastle. Not all 4 at the same time. 2 a bit earlier. I'm not sure what time, but 71 they made another 2. I think it was 69 and 71 minutes that the substitutions were made. And yet they're 3-0 up. I mean, all right, they're probably thinking we've got Man United next, blah, blah, blah. But where, surely the team that's 3-0 down should be making. I know we'd made those at half time, but come on, he's not. I don't know. Well,
Chris, I'll put it this way, right? I get what you're saying here. Like, it was we were attacking second half as well, and we were getting balls in the box. But was there really any threat of us scoring a goal? If I was Eddie Howe, I'd have gone, no. I can actually still take players off here and they'll keep doing this all afternoon. They're not going to score. You can just tell from the energy, mate. So it made Eddie Howe's job a lot easier today, and it will give Newcastle an advantage for their next match. We can't even imagine such things.
I'll hold you there because we have somebody of beauty. We've got 2 beasts. Let's add the beauty in. Hang on, Kate. You are there, but you're not coming up. Hang on 1 second. Where has Kate gone?
I'm here.
You are there, but my thing isn't working. There you go. We'll have to do it like that for the moment. Hello, Kate. 830. I actually get 2 prizes tonight. I got 3 points in the prediction league.
Oh wow! Okay.
And I got exactly how many minutes we would be at the end of this game since we last scored a goal.
Oh, okay.
834 minutes.
Wow. I saw another stat that I think we've conceded 21 goals since we've last scored a goal.
Yeah. No manager that has been sacked under King. Do you know how many managers we've had under King Power?
No, probably 10.
11. Well, that was a good guess. That was 11.
Okay.
I mean, in fairness, King Power probably. I don't think they actually employed Sousa, but they actually sacked him. They were in charge when he was sacked. So we've gone through 11 managers under them. The one with the worst percentage win rate is Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Absolutely awful.
He's still here.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of with that potentially is I'm hoping that we get to sack him for cheaper if he gets us relegated, and that's not yet confirmed.
Well, I mean, that is the only thing I haven't thought about that. But apparently, the BBC have approached him that he's going to host a new television show. Can't score, won't score. Thank you, sir. How true that is, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, 3 of the last 8 games we've conceded in the first 2 minutes.
Awful. Absolutely awful. I don't even know what the game plan is anymore. I feel like he just throws 11 people together and just asks them to go out and do whatever they want. Because there's never any cohesion, there's never any direction, never any strategy. It's just rinse and repeat every single time. And then do you know what? It's no surprise that we look more lively when Ricky P and Mavadidi and Buonanotte came on, because they're really ball players, and the starting 11 that we have, 7 of them are defenders. So it's no surprise that we struggle to break. And it's really disappointing. Like, I feel like, what's happened to my team? Like, I genuinely don't think the players go out there and try to be shit. I think the players will be really, really, really disappointed in themselves, way more than we are, because it's their job. It's just horrible to see players like JJ just a shadow of themselves. it's just really sad to see.
I was actually watching a YouTube channel, and this isn't going to go where you think it is before you say anything. I had to check to see if this was a Leicester channel or not, and it wasn't a Leicester channel. It was just a general English footballing channel, and it was actually saying, "Poor Leicester City, when you've just lost." And this was in the game before Man City. Who did we play before Man City? Can't remember. Man United, didn't we?
Yeah.
And they said, and yet you then go and put the same team out with the same formation.
Yep.
And they wonder why you're losing. And I'm thinking, like, well, look, even non-Leicester fans can see this, Rude.
I know. And you've got wingers on the bench, but you think it's good to put Daka on the wing. Righto.
Yeah. I mean, look, I thought at half time he was my man of the match for Leicester at half time.
Okay. Are you
joking? You obviously didn't. He was making runs. At least he was showing some effort. When they their second goal, which was an amazing goal, and I was saying last season, one day Mads is going to be kept out. Even the commentator said the Newcastle striker was running, the Leicester defenders were jogging back.
Yep, standard. Don't work hard enough at times.
At least Daka was making I don't know. I thought he was putting some effort in this time. But look, Ricardo, when he came on, a lot better. Well, let's talk our number 98.
Yes.
My age.
So me.
It gave the crowd a bit of a boost. I do think, like you said, I'm surprised that you brought him on, but I do think it was still just a nod to keeping the fans on his side. But he did all right, didn't he?
Repeat that again. Keeping the fans on his side, but what?
But when he came on Mongo, he did all right.
Yeah, he did fine. Yeah, I thought he did fine. He settled in quite quickly. The thing is, we're putting youngsters on the pitch. They're hungry and they want to prove themselves. They don't really care how the team performance has gone before they get on the pitch. They just want to try and prove themselves and clutch the opportunity with both hands, really. And that's what he did. He did well.
Yeah. No, I don't think he displayed. I love the fact it was number 98. Now, this will make you feel old, Kate, and Tom, and me. 15 years, 271 days.
Yeah, born 2009. Awful.
I was doing my O-levels then, and that's how old I am, O-levels. I was failing most of them, if I'm honest with you. Probably wouldn't surprise you. Second youngest ever player to play in the Premier League.
Oh, wow, okay.
Everybody. And do you remember our last youngest player?
Was it the kid that's been playing for Arsenal?
No. In 2005, and this is according to the commentator.
Oh, Leicester's youngest ever. Oh, I don't know.
2005, Ashley Chambers. That's taken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crikey, yeah. He's playing for Corn at the minute, I think.
Yeah. Is it? Oh, fair play.
Someone like that. Yeah, well, no, locally. He's playing local football. Yeah, I can't remember who it is now. It's gone out of my head. But yeah, he's playing, might be Anstey. Something like that.
Well, look. I don't think we can say really because it's just eat, rinse, repeat, isn't it? Really.
It really is, yeah.
But I'm going to have to ask you for your team performance.
2.
Again, second half we look better, but I'm almost thinking it's because the opposition teams are like giving up at half time because they're so far.
Yeah, they don't have to get out of first gear. And also, you're going to look better second half when your first half is 0.
Exactly. Hey, we drew the second half. Do you remember?
Yeah. No.
He actually suggested you should get points for the first half and points for the second half. And you're man of the match.
I'm going to go Ricky P.
And isn't it sad? And Alan went Ricky P last game. It's sad when somebody that's only on for like 12 minutes or so wins your man of the match.
Yeah, but it's the only one that showed any fight and any kind of, purpose going forwards.
Doesn't it show the others up though?
Yeah.
But look, Kate, I'll let you go because you are Looking like you are getting.
I'm in the car, yeah.
I will see you tomorrow night when you
will.
Nominating a certain manager to replace Rude.
Yeah.
We live in hope. We live in hope.
We live in hope.
Thanks.
Cheers. See you guys. See you, Tom.
Cheers,
Bye.
Cheers, mate. Have a
Bye.
good one.
Right. Let's go back to tonight. I don't know what was happening there. I do apologise, everybody. My screen was there. There you go. I'm going to leave that up because I want him to.
Yeah. It's difficult now, Chris, isn't it? Because there were a few little positives.
Mate. Sorry, I've got.
Yeah.
No, you were right, 93. I wasn't even reading my own notes.
That's right. I thought it was a slip, mate, but I thought people in the chat might notice. I thought I better say it's actually 93 he had. It's still way too high of a squad number. You know, I don't like
it. Is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. 93. Get over yourself.
Yeah, I know. What else are we going to talk about there? And to be honest with you, right, I made more notes for the first. Well, there's more goals and everything, but made more notes for the first half.
Well, Chris, the Patson Daka thing's interesting because I think that shows you how far we're sort of like getting ourselves into like this tunnel vision. Because I don't know if Patson Daka actually played well or not, and that's kind of a problem, isn't it? It shows you how bad we are.
It is, and I'm not saying that you would have got it at the end of the match or anything like that. But I just think he seemed to just show some effort.
Yeah, exactly. That's it, isn't it? You know, and I mean, I think in the first half, effort was what we were looking for. I mean, and fair play to the crowd that went because they obviously, as soon as the players had the ball, they encouraged them to go forward, which I said to Wayne before we went. I said, mate, as soon as they get the ball tonight, start a chant of have a go, have a go, have a go. And just do simple things just to encourage that. So credit to the fans for that because I think that encouraged some of them to do things like this, Chris. But yeah, it still amounts to nothing, does it? We can't do it for 90 minutes. We can't do it for 2 minutes without conceding.
No, we can't do anything. That hasn't for some reason. So I'm just trying to see if Alan has sent his through or not.
That's all right. I'll just say as well, I thought it was quite amusing to see our really, really big box-to-box midfielder get tackled by the referee earlier.
Yeah.
I thought that kind of sums up where we are right now when this guy who's a tank, who was in European football last season, you know, apparently doing very well for himself as well at times, and he gets knocked off the ball by a referee half his size. There we are.
Oh, no, he was quite big, the referee, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, but Sumari's eaten twice as much McDonald's, hasn't he? Come on, there's a bit extra weight to carry there. That's not a dig of him being fat, guys. You're saying he's bulky. Some people do it to bulk, all right?
I'm not fat. I'm just bulky. Right, we'll go with that. Tom, and imagine like Alan, I haven't had his stuff through yet, but we're going to not have there's no point having an hours long discussion because we're just repeating. Just watch last week's, everybody. Your team performance.
I've got to agree with Kate. It's a 2. I mean, it was a 2 before she said it. Yeah, just because they crossed the ball a bit more and we saw 1 or 2 people stretch their legs, Chris. That's the only good things I can say.
Yeah. And your man of the match.
I'm a broken record. As soon as he came on, Ricky for me as well, because he's the only one that actually looked like a Premier League footballer.
Ricky P.
I debated Daka, but then I also think he must have got pulled because there was a couple of times he didn't go where he should have done. So I still think, yeah, I'll go with Ricky P.
I think Daka, he like I say, he flattered to deceive.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think he was particularly good. I just think he looked better than everybody else.
I think we got excited because he was running for once and we haven't seen it for a while, mate. And I get it because I was getting excited as well. Go, what is this? I was saying, drop this bloke, and he's running.
Yes. Jeff said, Chris, you were built for comfort, not speed. It's fair enough. I'd like to say, I do agree with you, Jeff. I'd like to say I could give them more than 2, but I just think that second half performance is not necessarily because we got better. It's because the opposition take the foot off the gas.
It's a false reading, Chris. I agree. This is what we've said every game now. Every second half recently, we have kept a clean sheet and it's not got any worse. It's ultimately because the opposition's let us off the hook. They're feeling sorry for us.
I am actually going to go for 1.
Fair enough, mate.
Because I'm just going to discount that second half because, like I said, I don't think we improved. I think they just at 3-0. We were never going to score. A team that's not scored in 734 minutes, we weren't going to get 4 goals, were we?
No, I think once Harvey had got his goal, the Newcastle players were quite happy to go home. I think obviously Harvey wanted his goal, and that was going to be it.
Yes, yeah. Now, I'm not going to give my man of the match to Daka, but like I say, I did think he deserved a mention because he was putting some effort in. I agree with you, Ricky P, to a point. I thought Monga did well when he came on.
Yeah, good shout.
I mean, they only had 15 minutes. I'm going to sound like a broken record now.
Okay.
Because I'm going to give... No, it's not going to be about phase before anybody says.
I knew that, Chris, I knew that wasn't coming. That was not even on my radar, mate. That was not even on my radar in the slightest.
I didn't want you to get excited and then, you're not gone for phase. I've got to say, Ricky P is a very close second. But I'm going to go with the guy he replaced, and that's El Canoes.
Yeah, and I think that's the other choice, isn't it, really? He was going forward as usual and running and trying to link up. But, yeah, it's difficult when you're picking from basic things, aren't you, Chris? The only thing I will say is I know Ricky's lost his pace, but I still think he could do a job with us.
Yeah.
I think he's got the brain for it.
I would say, why wasn't Sumari taken off? And Ricky P left on with El Canoes.
I completely agree, mate, because I think Ricky can tackle the ball. He also is better at bringing it forward. He might not be quick, but he makes better passes when he's got the ball there. You know, he did it. He linked up really well, I thought, with Benotte and Vardy, actually. I think Vardy looked better as soon as he came on. Oh, we've frozen up. Is that me or is that you? We might have lost Chris on this one. It might be me in charge of the show. If that's the case, guys, and I apologise, even though I'm talking, it's going to catch up in a minute, but hopefully he'll come back. But yeah, guys, get in the chat. What do you make of tonight? Is it the be-all and end-all? Is it the end of the world? Are we done? Are you back, Chris?
I am. Sorry, that was my end, by the way.
I guessed it was because I was messing around here, so I thought I'd better start speaking. So I was encouraging, get in the chat, guys. Who do you think today? What do you think of today? Are we still all rude out? What's your thoughts?
Well, Ronald agrees with me. I like the cut of that man's jib. El Canoes was my man of the match. So I got something right. I'm just so impressed at my 834 minutes.
Mate, I'm just glad we got a little bit of enjoyment out of this tonight. I think the little games we're creating on the show for us and everyone else. Please feel free to play along at home, guys, as well. Write your own numbers down. Get them in the chat whenever we do these. We create the environment.
I have to say that the prediction league this week, Wayne got 1 correct and 2 the right result.
Yeah.
Brad got 1 correct and 2 the right result. I got 1 correct and 2 the right result. So we've got 5, 5, and 5 on that. So nobody's a winner, nobody's a loser. It's about the taking part. That's what it is.
Oh, mate, it's a taking part for Leicester City right now, isn't it? In some ways, I bet we still win. I bet in some ways, guys, we wish we could all just have an extra holiday and go, we're not going to win any more games. Let's just not play anymore this year.
I know. What is the point?
It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very, very sad. I mean, look, let me have a look and tell you. Shall I give you something to be happy about?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Brighton are up next.
Oh, fantastic.
Then Liverpool.
Oh, my word. Brilliant, brilliant. Well, in good news, mate, I think these teams are being nice to us now. I think they realise we're that bad. They're not going to rip us to shreds because they feel guilty.
Thing is, Wolves are then following that.
Oh, Wolves are going to tear us, mate. Wolves will be where we get relegated, in my humble opinion. I think Wolves were going to get an utter kicking and we're going to really go down really horribly. Remember that game we lost 4-3 there in, what was it, 2002?
Yeah.
We were 3-0 up. Yeah,
I do. And then we host Southampton.
Yeah, which is going to be...
down got nothing to play for. Just go. And how many times do we see once teams are actually confirmed as being relegated, do we see them suddenly start playing?
Well, exactly, mate. Yeah, there's a part of me that goes, why don't we both just shake hands at the start, agree to have a point, and then why don't we just throw a big concert at the venue and try and bring some more money into the club instead for next season? If we could raise £1 million off a Leicester Aid concert instead of that game, we'll have some more money against PSR next year.
And then we've got Nottingham Forest.
Oh, they're going to want to destroy us as well. They want that, mate. So that's going to be a bad one. There's some bad ones coming up here, guys. It's going to get worse yet, I'm afraid.
And then they've got Ipswich.
Oh, preview for the Championship.
And then we end with an away trip to Bournemouth.
And doesn't that make you feel a little bit sick that if we were literally now 18th but 2 points off 17th, that you'd look at those fixtures and you go, do you know what? We've got a chance of staying up here. It's not all over yet. But there's just been, we're not even capable of doing that. It's that embarrassing, mate. And like I say, that's where the anxiety grows for next season, doesn't it? We need to get that, sorted out.
We do. Whoever said it was it's the taking part and not the winning wasn't a Leicester supporter. Jeff said, I also got one exact score and 2 correct results. And Ronald says, I'm beyond upset and angry now, just resigned to our fate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Southampton catch us up, to be honest with you, because we ain't going to win another game under that stupid arsehole there.
We were not going to get another point, are we, Chris? We're not going to get another point. Let's be real. I mean, there's nothing else to come apart from what we're seeing on the table. And the goal difference will be interesting. It might be a record for us.
Well, like I say, Southampton might not finish bottom. They're only 7 points behind us, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 7 games to go, is it?
I think we've only gone down once bottom before as well, haven't we? And that was under Taylor, wasn't it? I can't remember if we ever went down bottom.
We probably have at some point. We must.
Maybe. We're usually 18th or something. I know we've gone down first one year, but we end up finishing 18th.
Yeah. Anyway, mate, thanks very much for coming on.
Mate, thank you for the humour, mate. Without you and your humour, I think all of us will be struggling to get through this a bit. And I'll tell you what, I enjoyed it more than the last game.
Well, it wasn't quite as bad. Look, it's 834 minutes now.
Yep.
But we're still doing it. Lost another one, 3-0. And it's sad when you come to think that we're actually keeping it below 5.
Well, exactly, mate. And like I say, it's even more worrying to think that I think clubs have been doing it for us. And like I said to you guys, if you want to come and watch a watchalong which could have some goals in it, I worry about those Wolves and Forest games because those teams aren't going to be nice to us.
No.
And why would they?
Be nice to them. Let's be honest with you. Wouldn't be nice to them either.
And to be honest, Chris, if we got 4 or 5 players sent off, I wouldn't mind too much. It might show a bit of fight. That's the ice hockey player in me.
I get the game cancelled. I'm just going to check the news just to see if Rude has been sacked. It doesn't look like it. There's all Newcastle interviews at the moment. Here we go. Leicester City are not only the first Premier League side to lose 8 successive home league games without scoring, but are also the first side in the top 4 tiers of English football.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate.
Well done. Another record for you, Rude.
Another record, yeah. Cheers, mate.
Take care, mate. All the best.
See you soon. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks very much to Tom. Look, we're going to be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We're going to be discussing if Rude hasn't gone, should he go? And if he goes, who do we want to replace him? Tom's going to send a video in. We've got Craig, we've got Kate, we've got Ant, who'll be coming in with their own thoughts. I wish you were right, Jeff, but I'm just not so sure. Not so sure. But thanks to Tom for today. Look, we've all had to put up with this. Like I say, eat, sleep, repeat. That's all we do. All we do. Please, before you go, would you please smash that likes button? Look, I'm trying to get to 50 likes for each of the watch-alongs. It really does help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. But it does help the channel get on other people's home pages. Please subscribe as well, because that's an even bigger help. And if you never want to miss a show, because you like our sarcasm and humour, we might as well. We've got nothing else to be pleased about, have we? And enjoy. Then why not click that notification button, and you will never, ever, ever miss another show, as if you'd not want to. But thanks very much. Have a good night. At least our weekend wasn't ruined. God, I'm grasping at straws here, aren't I? Have a good night. Have a good week. I hopefully see you tomorrow at 7. Take care. Good night now.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You'd better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Cheers, mate. I thought I'd say a quick proper